Good morning, Sandy here, and it is Ehlers-Danlos Awareness Month still, and I'm going to try to make a video in 2 or 3 parts. All of my internet and technical capabilities come from one little mobile phone that is so full of pictures I can only fit about 10 minutes of video at a time. I don't have a lot of ability when it comes to editing videos. And I don't have a lot of tools. So I will do my best to fit what I can in about 10 minutes and try to talk a little bit about my journey with Ehlers-Danlos syndrome and try not to ramble on too much and brain fog too much. Please forgive my appearance. It's early in the morning. I just got my daughter off to school, and I haven't done anything to make myself look nice for camera, so I'm sorry about that, but sometimes that's just part of things for me, is I don't give a lot to my appearance before I make my videos. I just kind of make them as is. So anyway, I'm not going to go over the what Ehlers-Danlos syndrome is too much. If you're watching this video, you probably know what Ehlers-Danlos syndrome is. It's a connective tissue disorder, and we are doing what we can to raise awareness for it. If you don't know what it is, please look it up, Google it, or visit the Ehlers-Danlos Syndrome National Foundation, the EDNF. So I'll get right into it. In my childhood, I don't know a lot about when I was a baby. As a kid, though, I had a lot of health problems, and I was sick a lot. Excuse my voice, it's a little croaky this morning. Anyway, I had a lot of kidney problems. I had a lot of pain in my legs, in my knees, in my back. I had a lot of ankle sprains. I had a lot of limping, particularly throughout first grade. I should have got a glass of water before I started this. Anyway, I had shoulder blade that flared out. That's where your shoulder blade just comes out, you know, like when riding a bike or anything like that, just come right out. You know, I could do the tricks with my fingers and my shoulder blade and, you know, the flexible, you know, things that seem fun at the time that most children with EDS do. You know, I had a lot of migraines, and I was sick a lot. I seemed to have a lower immune system than the other kids around me, always getting sick, which led to, at one time I had my tonsils and adenoids taken out, which did not go good at all. That's where I have memories of throwing up large blood clots and being some of the sickest that I've ever been in my life. So I had a lot of dental problems, a lot of dental crowding. I had several teeth removed from the root in kindergarten in particular. I had a lot of dentist appointments and a lot of teeth being removed, especially in the lower part of my mouth. I think most all of them were in the lower part of my mouth that I had removed. I had very thin, stretchy skin down in my gums, particularly in the lower part, that I had a surgery around age 11 or 12 where they grafted skin down to the bottom of my mouth. Again, a very sick time for me. And they put braces on my teeth so that they got the surgery so that the braces wouldn't pull my teeth out of my mouth because my gums weren't strong enough. So anyway, a lot of dental crowding, a lot of hyperflexibility, a lot of pain, a lot of chronic bedwetting and kidney problems and urinary problems and low immune system type problems and headaches and migraines. I probably already said that. Anyway, on and on. I was diagnosed with scoliosis around age 11 or 12. Was going to chiropractic appointments, had one leg longer than the other, which around age 14, as I got into a yoga apprenticeship, I assumed that all my troubles must have been from the scoliosis. You know, that one leg longer than the other and a curve in my spine had to have just thrown everything off so much to give me all these problems and all this pain. And yoga helped in a lot of ways. It helped me cope with pain. And it helped me to be able to stand up straight. I had a bad hunch. I hunched over. It got me standing up straight. And so it was very beneficial in some ways, but it also was harming me in others because I didn't need any help in the flexibility department. I was stretching a very delicate body in ways I didn't understand. Although I was lucky to get into a type eventually that taught me muscle control, muscle isolation, and how to really hold my body together in yoga poses, which is a type of yoga I went on to teach, which was based in Shivananda yoga. And anyway, that was beneficial in some ways and harmful in others. I had dislocated a rib in some of the beginnings of my apprenticeship before starting the real muscle control type exercises, and I dislocated a rib and I looked like a little question mark, and that was extremely painful, and I of course continue to have trouble with that rib. And that was around age 15 that I dislocated that rib. And of course, you know, going to the doctors, no one really brought it to my attention that that wasn't normal. I assumed that it was normal and that I wasn't doing certain yoga poses right, and that, you know, I didn't know that that had something to do with something that was going to mean a lifetime diagnosis. So, that led me to a career in health food where I pretty much refused doctors and turned away from doctors, and was kind of sort of raised into this mentality that everything was fixed by natural means and that nothing was incurable by natural means in a healthy lifestyle. And I thought I had kind of overcome my scoliosis problem, or so I thought, or nutrition problem. And then all the problems I continued to have, I thought every time I had a training on, say, adrenal glands, and this is the product people should buy for adrenal glands, I thought, well, that's me. That's my problem. Candida overgrowth. This is why you know, people have all these symptoms. Like, I have all those symptoms. That must be me. You know, you need a detoxification, buy this product. That, well, I have all those symptoms. That must be me. You know, not necessarily all of those symptoms, but, you know, they would point out all of these symptoms because I did have a lot of problems, but I thought I was living this healthy lifestyle and that I must have a nutritional deficiency, or, you know, have toxins in my body, you know, etc. So, then I had my daughter. Oh, by the way, let me step back a little bit if I have time. I should have set a timer. My phone will probably turn off on me for segment 1 before I get to say, you know, bye. But let me just say, my first job that I had, I was waitressing, and that was a real physical challenge for me. And there again, I thought it was the scoliosis that gave me problems, but I had say I'd go out to grab a plate, you know, I'd have all these, you know, my elbow would dislocate, and it'd be one of those things like, wow, that doesn't seem normal, but oh well, you know, I just didn't realize the gravity of these things that were adding up. I certainly didn't think that they were a lifelong thing that would get worse and not get better. And there is hope that it could get better with further research. Ehlers-Danlos syndrome research is coming along, and we don't know what the future holds for treatment. So there is hope. Anyway, my second job, I was working at a grocery store, and I